Network and learn continuously. Let me be honest with you. Network. I can tell you, like, it was my first ever job. Was it my first ever job or the second job that I applied? I can tell you I applied for a job. Every other thing has always been on recommendation because they see what you do out there. If we call you, please, do you want to work with me? We have an opening. It will tell you the industry is small. We need more hands. We need more people to join us. So what you're going to put there is, there's an opening in our firm. Are you willing to work with us? It is as a result of network. Go for startup meetups. Meet with professionals. Join professional organizations like ISC Square, ISACA, where you meet fellow professionals. You rub minds together. I've met a lot of people from conferences like this, webinars, meetup, the likes of, there is a guy now, that pioneer, the cybersecurity setup for Deloitte. That's Tokwe Alade Musi. I met the guy for the first time virtually. I interacted with him. Even to the extent that he called me, he gave me his email to send my CV to him if I needed a job at Deloitte today. So these are the platform. It's virtual. The then CIO of Wema Bank, Akomolafe, I met him. I've never seen any of these guys physically before. Prior to that time, I met them through webinars like this. I connected with them. I chat them up on LinkedIn. I follow through, right? Just because I know they have what I'm looking for. So networking, webinars, conferences, meetups, reach out to people. I know there are some people on Discord, they don't know me before, but they saw me talk about cybersecurity on the platform and they joined. And from there, we've been dragging each other to where we are now. So follow cybersecurity news, blogs, podcasts is very, very essential. Listen, read books, read blogs, read what people are writing. There's this place that we call where people write now. What's it themselves? It's an open source platform where all of us post our write up. You said what?
Reddit.
There's Reddit. There's this Medium. This Medium as well, where we put all those things, right? So you can go there, right? Put a podcast, listen. The like of podcasts, they even have podcasts on LinkedIn, right? Likes of Stephanie, Nafmin, and all these ladies out there, they are doing great content. They're creating great content on cybersecurity, and of which when you listen to them, you learn one thing or the other. And at least, funniest thing is this, the way you learn consciously and you learn unconsciously, right? They are formal learning, they are informal learning. Consciously and unconsciously learning. There are some learnings that it comes to you while just listening randomly, not that you put your own attention to those things. Okay? So connect with professionals on LinkedIn, like I mentioned, I still have a lot. What are the key cybersecurity domains and career opportunities? Because of our time, I'm not able to ask us. Now, first thing we have to look at is offensive security. These are career paths in cybersecurity. Offensive security, which is red team. I was once a red teamer, which was where I was able to hack into the organization, the financial sector. Even I was able to withdraw the money, the real cash, and I brought it out. I showed them, right? But because it was easier because I'm inside the organization, because I was able to gain access to the network, I understand how the business work. So I was able to work with how the business work. So the focus of a offensive security engineer, a red teamer like me, is to identify vulnerabilities by simulating attack. So we create an attack against the organization we are protecting. We are launching an attack against them. We want to see loopholes, right? And we exploit it and bring out evidence to tell them that this thing really exists in the organizations, right? So these are the things that we can do. Roles that you can perform in as an offensive security engineer, penetration tester like me, ethical hacker like me, red teamer operator like me, vulnerability researchers. You can do all this offensive security. There are times that Google will post, bug bounty. They post bug bounty, right? Or bug hunting and all those things. They can put $10,000. They can put $50,000. And if you can discover, all this vulnerability, they pay you the money. Even Apple gives us record of recommendation. There was a time my friend and I, we did something around Microsoft. They're able to get like almost like 5,000 licenses of Microsoft licenses, and we wrote them, right? And we're compensated for such. So there is award, there is the recommendation from top companies that you can add into your CV if you work as a vulnerability researcher. You're just, hunting. You can go on Google's platform or Apple's platform and try to, bring out vulnerability that exists in any of their products and write them with evidence. That is why we must exploit those vulnerabilities to show the world that this your platform is, we can hijack it, we can get this done. And you make money. Trust me, guys that are on Ask the Boss, some made $5,000, $10,000 and above, for hunting on monthly basis. Right? We have defensive security. That is blue team. These guys are the guys that protect the organizations in such a way. Now, we red teamer attack the organization. The blue team, which is the defensive guy, they defend the organization from attack that comes from us. Right? From attack that comes from us. And how does this happen? This is the way it happens. While we are trying to attack, the defensive guy will be monitoring, we give them our IPs so that they can always track our IP. We have different tools that the defensive guy makes use of. So when we are launching an attack, they are monitoring our movements. Why are they monitoring our movement? So that whenever they see such movement coming another time, they know this is what this kind of movements look like. Are you getting it? So they use us to learn in the industry. That is why a strong security team, we have offensive security and defensive security. Okay, so what are the roles you can work in as a defensive security blue teamer? You can work as a security operations center, lots of technical knowledge. I'm telling you, incident responder, digital forensic, threat hunters. Okay, because you just need to there are tools that help you to carry out all these duties. We have tools like we have different SIEM tools that can integrate into your environment to be able to monitor when somebody that is using the company laptop logs in Canada, whereas his initial location was showing Lagos. So we have to call him. Oga, are you the one logging in from Canada? Or someone else has been able to hijack your account? If the person declined, I'm not the one, we tell you, change your password, please. Okay? We ask them to change their password for security measures. Okay, so we have skills into malware analysis, trust me, make money. Network traffic analysis, you can go on looking, when you take your PCAP data, you can use the Wireshark. Ordinary capturing data on a LAN cable connection or on any internet connection like this, you can get different data. And that's why you have to have a lab whereby you can download those malwares. And if peradventure during you analyzing those malware, something else happened, you can format that particular lab instead of you formatting the whole of your system. So there are many things to learn, right? Next thing is governance, risk, and compliance. Another career path is governance, risk, and compliance. These guys are very, very important in the industry too. They ensure we are adhering to security policies, regulations, and industrial standards. So that is their role, that is their duty. So in everything we are implementing in the security team, they ensure that everything you are doing, you are following what CBN or other regulatory body asks you to do. CBN precisely, GDPR, all right, SOX-BANE, in North America, NDPR, we have Nigeria Data Protection, PCI DSS. For your bank that issues you ATM card, they have different standards and regulations that they follow. They have different frameworks that they work with, NIST and the like. So they must follow. Even every sector, fintech, healthcare, every organization in the industry, every sectors in the country have their own policies, regulations, and the standard they follow. That is the work of the governance, risk, and compliance guy. They work with frameworks like NIST, ISO 27701, GDPR for regulatory, EPA for health sector, and policy development. So they write policies, less of technical jangles that we do, right? But it is quite important. Roles that you can take: GRC analyst, security auditor, compliance officer, risk manager, right? But when you have the technical, you communicate better. All right. So the next thing is identity and access management. We call them IAM. Identity and access management. These guys, they manage your digital identities. You know, in security, there is what we call access control, right? And there's what we call least privilege. That is why what you don't need, they won't give you access to it. You should only have access to what you need. That is, you only need access to your own laptop. You don't need access to another person's laptop. Just make use of your laptop alone. That is why we ensure that you put password on your laptop and log in. It is your laptop, and that is what you need. For instance, let me say I give you access to my laptop. I unlock it. I don't expect you to go and I've logged some other files. I don't expect you to go and open it because I felt that you don't need access to those files. All I need to give you access to is just all the access I'm going to give you is just to see what I want you to see. So that's why we have IAM specialists, access administrator, identity engineers. A single sign-on, your MFA. You know what we call MFA are the likes of you getting OTP. You know, when you are doing transfer or transfer, they ask you to enter your OTP. Is an example of what? 2FA. It's an example of what? MFA. You know, when you are onboarding, you use Google Authenticator, you use Microsoft Authenticator. They are multi-factors. All right? They are what we call MFA. Because they are additional layer after putting in your password. You still want to be sure that you are the one that is logging in. So that is why you have to add those things that we call 2FA into, you have to input those code again before you can access whatever you want to do. Okay? So, and many more, right? Now, we have what we call security architects and engineering. Okay? Security architects and engineers are the ones that focus on the design, just like you have architects. They design, they build and implement secure systems and infrastructure. Okay, we as security architects and engineers, the way we work is we build the foundation. All this thing I'm sharing, you are going to design, all those architectures. You speak to people, you are going to communicate with network engineers, you communicate with software developers, they are the IT guys, you communicate with software engineers, network engineers, risk managers, you communicate with everybody in the organization and you ask them the best practices, what they should do well so that you are not exposed to attack. Because when attack happens and hundreds of millions are leaving your organizations, billions are gone. I know of organizations whereby these billions are gone just by negligence from any of all these guys. And that is why as a security architect, we call everybody. This is your responsibility to ensure we protect this organization. And you must adhere to it. I'm not just telling you for information. If you are not doing it, I will not allow you to go. If I work with you and you are not doing what I ask you to do, I won't allow you to go. Because if tomorrow there is a fraud, there is an attack, they will come for me. You call yourself a security professional. What has happened? Are you not protecting us? Will I be saying because I asked you to, you did not do what I asked you to do? Who will want to listen to me? So that is why if you don't do what I asked you to do, you're not going anywhere. Okay? So as a security architect and engineer, you can take roles like security architect, security engineers, cloud security engineer, application security engineer. And what are the skills that you need? You need system design, secure coding practices. So if you're not a programmer, you can't function in this area. Cloud platform, you must understand maybe AWS, GCP, Azure. All those knowledge you must understand them. All those cloud platform, because that's when you are working with cloud infrastructure, that you're able to advise them on best practices. Okay, so we have infrastructure as a code. There are different things. We have infra as code. There are the likes of code bashing, Visual Studio, different tools that we use for infrastructure as a code. We integrate that aspect. Okay. Then lastly, No, yeah, it's cloud security. As a cloud security engineer, you can do data infra, you can learn, you can work as a cloud security architect, cloud security engineer, DevSecOps engineer. Trust me, DevSecOps engineer are making their money in the industry because they understand development, security, and ops. So they integrate different roles. Okay. So these are things, career opportunities. It's very wide, right? So last but not least, which is data security and information security. You must understand data protection, especially now that Nigerian government is starts finding businesses for not protecting customer data now. So we have protecting the confidentiality, integrity, and availability of data. Roles like information security analyst, data protection officer, DPO. Most all banks have DPO officer, which is mostly their CISOs. So if you don't have DPO in Nigeria, the Nigerian as they are going to fine you under the Nigerian data protection law. What we do is we protect customers' data, like all your data you supply to the bank, to any organization, must be protected. It must not be seen out there. So that is what you do for them. Okay. So that's all about different career paths in cybersecurity. And this is my last slide actually. Your journey starts now. Your journey starts now. When I mean your journey starts now, for you to be a cybersecurity engineer, you need to define your niche. When I mean defining your niche, you need to tell us, this is what I want to do. This is the area of cybersecurity I'm interested in. Okay, that's the first thing you need to understand. 2, set clear goals. Set clear goals. What are the skills that I need to be an application security engineer? What are the relevant certifications that I must have? These are clear goals you should have. Be persistent. Cybersecurity is a marathon, not a sprint. It is a marathon, not a sprint, not once. So continuous practice on your lab, hacking different things, logging in, trying different things out is what you need. So be persistent, not just once and for all. It's something that you must be doing. Like me, see me, I have different laptops. I spin up different things anytime. If I saw new things I want to implement, I'm going to just go there, prepare it out, and get it sorted. Before I even come and do it in the environment, I've done it in my lab. I know what I want to do. And again, last thing, embrace lifelong learning. As small as I am, I'm still learning. And people ask me, to the glory of God, I've had more than 12 certifications in the industry. And I have 3 master's degree and 1 MBA. And I'm still learning. And I still keep on reading. And I will keep on learning till I go and be with God at good old age. So that is just the way it is. Embrace lifelong learning. So cybersecurity is not, I want to make money in 30 days. I want to make money in 40 days. It's a long journey. Enjoy it. Just like our spiritual father will say, it is better to be, it is better to be slow and steady than to be fast and fall. Right? Papa will always tell us that. So it's a lifelong journey. Take the journey, enjoy it, follow through, enjoy it. It's a process. But just be persistent, be consistent, have a clear set goals, and have the niche you want to specialize in. All right. So that will bring me to the end of my session today. And I want to say thank you for listening. I got my LinkedIn URL here. This is my email. You want to reach out to me. And I'm going to say thank you all for having me. So I don't know if we have question. Though we have limited time. BJ, so can we take questions? Thank you, everybody.
So if you have questions, please concentrate your speaker.
All right, sir. Thank you so much for the lesson. Really, really appreciate that. I really love your breakdown and everything. I just want to ask, do you have a particular class that you hold on these things, maybe to take those that are interested further on this journey, actually?
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you. For me, I don't do training because I don't have the time. I'm very sorry. I don't do training. I don't have any specific class because I don't have the time. people do request for it. But for the purpose of YAF community, it's a way for us to give back to the industry. So I know we are working on having series, of cybersecurity trainings, and that will be part of benefit that we'll be enjoying being part of the fold. And I just encourage every one of us to take it very serious, right? Because it's worth millions, right? The knowledge, but that will be determined by the admin, with time, all right? Someone are laughing because they know how much they've spent. So that's to answer that. Okay. Yeah, over to you, BJ.
Yeah, I also add something. If you want to learn anything tech, see the fact and the truth be told, you guys just use YouTube. Enter YouTube. Look for one person that will explain it very well on YouTube and follow the person all through. When you are done, pick another person. Learn from that. All right, we have another person here with a question. You can speak, please.
All right. Is it possible for us to get the slide in case we have anybody that would like to go through some of the niche? Then probably you want to go and this is the niche I would like to go into. Okay, what are the roles and what are the stuff I need to do?
Yeah, no problem. No, we can share the slide. The slide we made available for everybody. Trust me. It's part of those are the part of the things we benefit, from your professional community. Normally, I don't give out my slide.
Okay. So, any other questions? Nobody's asking technical questions. No, you're in technical questions. Like you guys never ask what is like the hierarchy of trainings you have to go through, because cybersecurity is not something you say, I want to go and do this certification exam, and then you now jump to another one just like that. There's a hierarchy. You guys are not asking that question.
Really
Please,
Thank you.
Mr. Godwin, want to say something?
I really enjoy it. Thank you. Yeah.
yes. Hello, can I go ahead?
Yeah,
Go
go
ahead.
ahead.
Go ahead.
All right. Thank you, sir, for this wonderful session. I mean, it's obvious. I mean, there are a lot to learn from you, and with the little time we have, there's no way we are going to acquire and get. Everything from your words of knowledge. And my question is because by His grace, I was in one of your classes at Rajova, which was one of the reasons why I started my classes, and I've done one or two of my training, and I should be doing 2 certificates. And the question is, like somebody like me, I've done my N+, I've done my S+, I'm done with the CH training, and I'll be doing the certificate for the both S+ and CH, and I added ISC square as part of it, should be the 3rd one. And because I just transitioned into tech, I don't really have basic hands-on. I don't have hands-on this thing, which is major thing that is needed, not the certificate and everything that you've acquired. So I don't know. Do you have any platform or maybe site or company that has internship or where I can do voluntary this service just to have 1 or 2 hands-on experience?
You are mute.
Sorry. So one of the things I would like to speak to that is this. I did mention something during the training. I mentioned like home lab. How many home labs do you have? You need those home labs.
I have like 4 home lab on my virtual machine.
Yeah, I know we discussed about one apps. So you need to build most. How many of them have you finished?
No get lag.
Have you done all of them? All those labs. So if you turn on them, let me know. Let me see. Let's talk. Like let's get to see. So let's get to see those ones. They are numerous. Once you've mastered those skills, then we can now start, looking at the fact that we still be sharing opportunities for internships. Right? Trust me, this community is going to be greater. When we see opportunities, we share, but we want to be sure that people that will be recommending opportunities are people that have
Yeah.
good knowledge of what they are
I
doing.
just
You know,
want things to get better. Go for
Samson,
good
please, can you
pa.
mute yourself? Samson,
You may say me walking shed down.
Mr. Samson, please, can you mute?
I want to get
Lady Hero, also, please mute.
I swear I can't deny.
Admin, please, can you remove him for the
No.
meantime? Thank you.
I carry the baby go my house. I know you won't do it. Online. Can't go my house. Don't go my house. Nah, see now. I'll be alive.
please, can somebody unmute?
I don't know. I don't sleep since morning. So I don't carry my mobile now.
Excuse me, if you are not,
Hi.
Admin, remove this
if you
guy.
are not
Just take
allowed
him.
to speak, please mute.
All right, so those are the things I felt that we be looking into this time. Right? So we'll be sharing opportunities that will help
Okay,
us
me no dey myself. I go one day reason.
build,
I go
right?
one day
So
think of call. Think of one thing.
Admin, take this guy out.
we'll be sharing opportunities with
Samson,
time,
please
right?
mute your mic. Never went that.
Samson, please mute your mic.
Hello, Samson Okotoko. Can you mute yourself, please? You are disturbing us.
I'm not something to myself. About that.
He's not hearing us. He's not connected. That's why he needs to go out.
All right, it's all fine. Let's just try and manage it as it is. So we'll be sharing more opportunities over time, and then I can assure you that you will enjoy it. You know, we share different opportunities as well. I told you that you are speaking. You know, I share an opportunity with you of recent, right? You know, more opportunity like that coming out your way. So let's make use of it.
All right, thank you.
Opportunities for people did not have access to, right? So let's use those opportunities. But I know we'll be fine. Okay. Thank you. That's all I have to say. Over to you, DJ.
So you guys are ready to, you listened and you've seen what kind of energy it takes to go into cybersecurity. I also started cybersecurity at one point. Yeah. It's very interesting. I've been hacking since I was like 16 years old. I don't have the certification. I just love doing it. It's like a hobby to me. I'm not interested in it. But you guys, if you want to learn,
I don't come back as I
right,
go back my
this study doesn't offer. If you want to learn, I would advise you to use YouTube. YouTube is free. Anything that you
I want to sleep. I go sleep. I don't sleep for this now.
So that's for the class today. Another class will be coming up this Saturday. And it's going to be communicated to you guys on the group. So it's a very important class that very soon every organization is going to be making it compulsory for every one of their workers. So I want you guys to join. Try and invite your friends also. So without further ado, I would like to say good night to you guys and do have a wonderful night's rest.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, hi BJ, before you go, there is somebody that asked a question around, diving into digital forensic and connected to.
Okay.
See, OSINT is just a word. It's open source Intel, right? OSINT is open source Intel, not really maybe a skill. And OSINT is what you need. It's part of reconnaissance and all those processes that you need. When you are trying to attack an organization.
So I didn't want class before.
Understanding. You need to be able to know what is at that end. So that what you do is
one class.
And digital forensic, is just about forensic. They are forensic tools, so you need to learn different forensic tools as well. That's why you must make your colleague not your friend. So before jumping up into all these things, I advise that people get foundational knowledge. Your foundation is strong enough, you can build anything up. So ensure your foundation is very good. Learn the basic things. All these things don't just jump there. Start from the basics, like I mentioned in this slide. Learn all those basics. It will help you to perform your forensic tomorrow or your OSINT, Reconnaissance and anything you want. So it's just open source Intel, right? That's it. You can connect host Intel to be able to make some decision. Probably in a scenario like there's a robbery scene, there's an attack scene, you can go there and do your forensic, right? Forensic staff from you get it. The likes of the likes of what do you call it? The likes of logs of how an attack or a fraud happened in a place, you call it, get information, right? So around those tools, look, these are the things that the likes of Nigerian Stock Exchange does, right? You go around, maybe there's a fraud in a particular organization, they come in with their guys that are hackers like us, they're checking into the developer systems where you are stealing the money, where are your servers, do you have servers on your system that's locally seated on it? Then if you see those kind of things, come on, USDC. Okay, so it's a nice field, but you need to have technical knowledge of how the industry you want to venture into works. You can't really
That's the standard.
this if you don't have a good understanding of it.
That's the standard.
So thank you. That's all.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Okay, thank you very much. Our speaker, Mr. Dewali. All right, guys. Good night and God bless you all. Good night and God bless you all. Have a good night.
Amen. Thank you, boss. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much, Mr. Adewale. God bless you, sir.
Bless you, sir.
Thank you, sir, and God bless you.